All right. Good morning, everybody. Okay, right. So first of all, I have to say that all of you have to check your attendance here ไปดูในไลน์เลยดีกว่าครับขอชื่อ ID student เลยครับ one two three go All right, so today is all about ECP 304, right? So, okay, so today we are going to do a presentation from some of you, right? The first group presentation, English presentation. So I just want to let you do a presentation weekly just because it is important for us to share the idea. All right, so if everybody is ready to study already, right? Just check attendance first. Okay, so I just want some of you who be presenters today, raise your hand, please. เดี๋ยวขอคนพรีเซนต์ยกมือหน่อยนะครับ this one. Okay, so you can see if some of you have a name list here, right? Just raise your hand. Yep. So today we are going to do their presentations, right, from your friends. What I need to see is that email, right? Email writing or email, TOEIC exam that is emphasized on the email. How can you understand the email? And you have to, let your friends do the test together, especially for part 7 reading comprehension here. Yeah, and I expect that every student have to, present in English presentation here. Yeah, all right. ครบหรือยังเดี๋ยวขอเช็คชื่อก่อนนะครับ Let's say 50 students check attendance or done for attendance checks already, right? All right, so again, for those who have the name here, ต้นไผ่ right? I'm sorry for spelling wrong. ต้นไผ่ 066 here, Faye. Am I correct? Is that right? Face 069. And then Nadia 074, Kukik 080, right? Fluke 088, and then Prince 089, North 090, and then the last one, Neutron 092. That's it. Raise your hand for me, please, and then just share your slide presentation here. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing first.
Can you wait a bit? My friends kind of have like a little problem.
Okay, that's okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay. So for this presentation, I'm going to say that don't feel like a stress or pressure much just because we can talk like we teach friends, okay? And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. But I just want to see how can you collaborate with your friends or work together with your friends here, right? I hope that you guys at least, listen your friend's presentation here, just because I think that it's kind of like interactive activities that we can do together today. Yep. All right, once you're ready, just share your slide here. I'm going to stop sharing here. Yeah.
He has technical problems, so he cannot.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm so sorry.
He cannot enter the
He
Zoom.
has
I'm so sorry.
forgotten his MacBook.
I
very
see.
sorry.
It's all about MacBook actually.
Oh,
It's all about MacBook. So I use MacBook too. So this is like a very serious issue when it comes to have a like technical problem, just because it's hard. It's we have to hold on, right, a little bit, just because it takes time. But that's okay. We can wait. So all of you ready, right? Any questions so far about your presentation? Are you ready? If you're ready, just type yes for me, please. Everyone ready to listen your friend's presentation here, right? So to those of you who are ready, just type yes for me, please. เดี๋ยวพิมพ์ yes เข้ามาครับใครที่พร้อมฟังเพื่อน Don't worry, be happy นะฮะไม่เป็นไร Could you please send your slide presentation into the line group first? Is that okay? Any PDF file that you can save before you present here?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yes, sir. Yesterday. Yes and yes, right? Okay, good. Yesterday, do I? Yes, that's it. How many of you here? I can see like 49 students already. Like just because two of you just noticed me that they are not able to attend for this class. But just remind that for some of you who got to present on that day or even do mock interview, I'm going to say that try to manage your time, just because on that day it's very important for you to do a task or responsibility here. Yeah. แชร์แล้วใช่ไหมครับ stop ก่อนนะปัดนี่มาละ All right, everyone ready, right? I'm going to let you do a presentation here. Shall we go? Right, here we start. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We are the first group that's going to present today. I am 59069.
PGR 066.
I'm Rudra William Sankumla 074.
Aruni Thonglaga 080.
I'm Supakorn Prasad 088.
I'm Sansila Jantavalian 089.
I'm Saharat Bunyanan 090.
And I'm Sirpasu Sanskun 092.
Okay, Our topic that we got is IT online products and research development training. We have 3 examples of email from TOEIC test reading comprehension part 7. So let's start with the first one. Okay, we will give a time for you to reading it for a while.
And we also send the question in the live chat for you guys if you got like not easy to look at the screen.
Finish. Okay, cool. Open the
Okay.
next slide, please.
Okay, for the first question, how long has Mr. Ayers worked for New Edge System Incorporated? A, almost 10 years. B, exactly 10 years. C, almost 20 years. D, more than 20 years. What do you guys think about the answer? Okay, let's see the answer. For the first question, according to the email line 4, Mr. Ayers has been working for New Edge System for close to a decade. A decade means 10 years. It doesn't mean, and close to mean almost. It doesn't mean exactly. So the answer is A, or almost 10 years. And the next question. What job does Mr. Ayer have now? A, product developer. B, department head. C, marketing manager. D, research assistant. So the answer, next question, the answer clearly show in line 5 of the first letter, so that he is currently a research assistant in the marketing department. So the answer is D.
Okay, let's go to the next question. What will Mr. Hollinger do? A, pay Mr. Ayer right away. B, ask Mr. Ayer to supervise a project. C, tell Mr. Ayer when a position becomes available. And D, send Mr. Ayer a copy of his work record. And what do you guys think about this answer? this question? Sorry. Any idea? Okay. For the answer of this question, congratulations to friend who answered and the Z. For this question, the answer also show clearly at the end of the second letter. As soon as I have ascertained the availability of that position, I will be contact with you. That means Mr. Hollinger will tell Mr. Ayer when a position become available. So the answer go to C. Next question, the word assume in line 9 of the first letter is closest in the meaning to A, teach, B, study, C, design, and D, take. What do you guys think about this question? You can type in chat. Okay, let's go to the answer. Okay, the answer is D. From the sentence in line 9, I am now ready to assume the responsibility of a higher level position. The word assume, according to Oxford Dictionary, assume means take or begin to have a responsibility. And if you look at the context, the word take from choice D is the best answer because he wants to convey that he is ready to take responsibility for a higher position.
Last question for this section. Work with me. Question number 23. The word excrement in line 6 of the second letter is closest in meaning to A, look at, B, brought up, C, taken back, and D, given up. So, what did you guys pick? Good job. Good job. So A is the correct answer because the word that's synonym with excrement is look at and is compared to the other choices. Woke up, take back, taken back, given up, are not suited with the context. Next, we'll start the second article. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to read it first. And one of my friends will send the message, this article in the chat line. Have fun. Alrighty, are we ready to go? Yes. Okay, let's take a look on these questions. So, number 19, what is this article mostly about? A, financing new businesses. B, how to buy products. C, the need of research. And D, the brand marketing strategies. What do you guys think? Got it right? Okay, so the answer is C, the need for research. As you have read the article already, so you can see the mostly of the contents is about research of product, customer, and also competitors, which are the main part of good research that following to what this article mentioned. So the need of research is the best answer for this question.
Okay, let's continue to the next question, question number 20. What does the author say about risk? A, we should try to reduce it. B, we must avoid it. C, we can eliminate it with careful planning. And D, it is the key to success. So any answers from you guys? All right, most of you guys are correct. The answer is A, we should try to reduce it. If you take a look on the first 4 lines, that is where the author talks about risk. Its main idea is to minimize the risk as much as possible when it comes to developing a business plan. In addition, choice C, we can eliminate it with careful planning, is a little bit tricky because it's quite right, but not completely. Following to the article, we eliminate the risk with not only careful planning, but you need good research as well. So choice A, we should try to reduce it, is the best answer. So next question is question number 21. According to the article, what can lead to the failure of a new business? A, offering a cheaper product. B, selling the exact same product as a competitor sell. C, selling only to a niche in the market. And D, offering only services and not products. I've got my answers. How about you guys? Okay, you guys are doing a great job. The answer is B, selling the exact same product as a competitor sell. Following to the 15 to 18 lines in the article, it says, if what you have to offer is identical to what your competitors are offering, your business is not likely to be successful. But the word identical means alike or the same, which matched with the statement of choice B, that selling the exact same product as a competitor sells. So that can lead to the failure of a new business. So choice B is the best answer.
Okay, next is question number 22. The word addressing in line 15 is closest meaning to A, focusing on, B, calling on, C, giving up, D, staying away from. What do you guys think? A. Let's see the answer. The answer is A, focusing on. Because the word addressing here is verb, so its meaning can be to give attention to something. So choice A, focusing on, is the best match of the word addressing here. Next question, number 23. The last question on this section. The word demonstrate in line 7 is closest in meaning to A, felt, B, created, C, removed, D, shown. What do you guys think about this question? Okay, let's see the answer. The answer is D, shown, because the word demonstrate means to give a particle exhibition and explanation of something. So choice D, shown, is the closest meaning of the word demonstrate. Next, Newton will talk about the third article.
For the third article, I will give you about 2 minutes to read and answer the question. So let's start, and I will send the third article on the chat group too. Are you guys finished reading? If you guys finished reading, just type yes on the chat box. Okay, let's move on the questions. I will give you a second for read the question and answer the 5 questions on it. Okay, I think maybe you guys will get the answer. So let's start with the first question. Who is the audience for this advertisement? A, editors, B, couriers, C, corporate directors, or D, small business owner? Type the answer on the chat box, please. Wow, okay. Most of you guys answered the small business owner is the correct one. In the first paragraph of the passage, it was mentioned in the first sentence that, do you run a small business or the lead office system incorporated take care of this work for you? So we can assume that the main audience of this passage is the small business owner. Okay, second question is, which of the following is a service offered by Office System Incorporated? A, accounting, B, website development, C, assembling document, or D, reading letter? Just type the answer on the chat box, please. Wow, most of you guys answer correct again. So the correct answer is C, assembling document. If you look at the passage on the design and production topic, it will talk about assembling services, especially it's aimed to develop the best format and layout for documents. So the answer would be assembling documents. Other choices are not related to the topic.
So move on to question number 71. How can a customer open an account with Office System Incorporated? A, by visiting a company branch. B, by sending an email. C, by completing an online questionnaire. Or number D, by writing a letter. What do you guys think about these questions? You can type in the chat box. All right, let's see the answer. So the answer is choice A. As you can see at the paragraph, it said, visit any one of our branches to open up an account with us today. So it only talks about visiting a company branch to open an account with Office System Incorporated. So the other choices are not in the passage. So next to question number 72. The word revision in line 5 is closest meaning to A, copying, B, rewriting, C, delivery, or choice number D, development. What do you guys think? So let's see the answer. So the answer is choice number B, rewriting. The reason that rewriting is the answer because the passage said that don't send out the documents, they will provide and rewrite and proofread it again. So the other choices are not meant to be meaning revision.
Hang in there, everyone. We are now on to the last question. Number 23, the word beforehand in line 14 is closest in meaning to A, by hand, B, thoroughly, C, in advance, or D, in person. What do you guys think? Okay, everyone, let's see the answer. If you guys answer C, you are correct. The reason that in advance is the answer is that the word in advance meaning is suitable for beforehand and other choices are not suitable. And that is it. Thank you everyone for studying with us. We hope that everyone will understand IT online product development on the TOEIC test and gain more vocabulary with some techniques in reading passage. We hope that you enjoy our teaching and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. All right, good. Nice to hear from you all. Okay, can you send me a PDF file into the live group just because I have to, keep it. It's okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay, guys. All right. Thank you so much for a group presentation here. Nice to hear from you all. I hope that you guys can see some kind of like, wait a second, sorry. All right, again, I hope you guys understand what your friends, trying to explain, right? And then trying to, teach for all of you to get, some point or even the understanding of that grammar. I would say that the IT or research development here is all about like the issues or even topic that you can see on the TOEIC exam. Is that right? Okay, good. And then all of you need to stand by for. Okay, let me check first. For the interview, right? Are you ready? Ready or not?
No.
No, right? No, don't worry. Just be happy first. Okay. Let's say I'm going to run for maybe would you like me to choose you, or even you want to nominate or even like volunteer who want to be the first one for English interview here?
If I volunteer to go first, am I going to get the easy one?
Let me check first. Which one would be the easy question here?
None of them.
No, I mean like all of you can prepare for 3 questions, but you just choose only 2. It doesn't mean that I just pick up which one, right? I mean like you can say that let's say like if you choose 1 and 2, I'm going to ask you just only 1 and 2. That's it. It's okay, right? Okay. So would you like to do volunteer or even or just pick your name here? I would say volunteer is okay, right? Who want to go first here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. เดี๋ยวส่งไฟล์ให้ไปก่อนแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับ
Upagon wanna go first.
Oh, really? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, good. แป๊บหนึ่งนะฮะ Okay, all right. So who wanna go first here?
It's Upagon 088.
088 Fluke, is that right? Am I
Yes.
correct? Okay, so Fluke. So for the first question, can you introduce a little bit more about you?
Yes.
Yep. All right.
My name is Sukhani Prasad. I am 21 years old, and I graduated from Singapore Rural University from the Faculty of Humanities, major of language for careers.
Mm-hmm. I see. All right. So which question do you choose here?
Number 1.
Number 1, right? Okay. So my question is that what are some challenges or problems area that you expect on your working performance here?
I think that challenges of to working with my colleagues is like it is from myself, because I am kind of shy person, and I don't like to talk too much when I feel uncomfortable with a new place that I go. So I think that my shyness can be challenges for me, and sometimes it can be affect when I was working with my colleagues. And so I do hope that in the future that I can be working in real life, I can improve myself to be more talkative, and like to be more interesting, and yes, and can work with other people.
All right. What about next question that you choose here? Question number 1, 2, and 3. So done for 1 already, right? Would you like to answer question number 2? Can you describe what types of projects you are working on with your classmate, and how do you feel with that? Okay.
Number 2. The projects that I working on my classmates in like the last presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, projects that I did with my friends already. It's about TOEIC. So I feel a little bit proud of myself because I am the person who write the script, but
I
not
see.
all of that. But yeah, but write the script, and I just feel that I can work with my friends effectively, and I think, and like there are some new friends on my group, so like we can, like we try to be a good friend on each other, and we like know more each other through this project. And like, and all of my friends are amazing too. They are wonderful and work hard.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing here. Okay, good. Flux, so can you type done in chat box, Flux, please? Okay. All right. Done. Come on,นะครับ Okay, moving to next one. I want to be the second one here. So we're done for 088. Flux already right here. Super gone. Next one, I want to be volunteer. Just turn on your microphone here and introduce yourself first. And I'm going to ask for the 2 questions that you have chosen here.
Are we using the same questions?
Yep, just because for this slide, for this week, we are covering only 3 questions here. So it's depend on each week. Is that right?
Yep. I'll
Okay.
go. I'll go.
All right. Okay. So can you tell me a bit more about you? Yeah.
My name is Waruni Thongraya. My nickname is Kukik. I'm 21 years old. I graduated from Sinakhalin Willow University in major of language for career in humanities.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Okay. So which question do you choose here?
The first one.
The first one first, right? And what the other question is? 1 and 2 or 3?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay, all right. So can you describe a problems that you think that it is, affect working performance with others? Yep.
For me, I think that like it should be like the problem like myself.
Okay.
Myself, right? So in this content, mean myself.
I see. So you mean like if you want to, the problem is caused from yourself. So meaning that when it comes to deal, you have to solve the problem that coming from yourself first. Am I correct? Is that right?
Yeah.
Things like that. Okay, good. So the second question is that can you describe a project that you were working on with your classmate, and how do you feel with that? Yep.
So are we doing the first one first, or
you choose the first question and the second question? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm moving to the second question here. Can you describe the project, even working with others or even your classmate here, and how do you feel and what the result? That's it. Yeah.
I feel great about working with my friends. We had like two new friends here, and they're kind of like good. They listen to us. Like we have our going off, and they're also working with us. Like they help a lot, and all of my friends are great. They're amazing. They're totally great, and I think that most of the time, like we talk, we understand each other. So I don't think that we have any problem with that. So I'm very happy to working with them.
All right, nice to hear from you. So great job, actually. Is that right? Thank you so much. Dan Gamalay, thank you so much for cooking, right? Okay. Okay, tough Dan for me, please. That's it. All right, moving to who want to be the third one here. So now we're done for 080. Cooking and then 088 fluked already. All right, just turn on your microphone here and just talk about yourself first. All right. Yep. Faye, are you okay? Faye.
Yes.
Okay, 069. Is that right? All right. Okay,
Yes.
can you introduce a little bit more about you first? Yeah.
Okay, I am Fayuna known 069. I am 20 years old and studying in LCI. Yes.
Okay, so which questions would you like to choose here?
Maybe 3.
Okay, so the third question is that what do you think about the best employees, best trait, best personality, or even quality here? Yep.
In this place, I think the best quality of the best employee or in this place is the best teammate. I think that quality is the willingness to do the best work, because everyone has different weakness, different strengths, so everyone has a different things that they can do. So I think the willingness to do the work is the best quality. Yes.
So meaning that we have to be able to willing to do everything when it comes to do the task work together. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. What about the next question for you?
The first one,
The
I think,
first one. Okay,
yes,
good.
the problems that challenge for this work, for this project, I think it's like the time available, because we have a lot of teammates in here, so maybe the time is not matched. Yeah, also me, because I'm very busy in each day, so I have to like do my homework. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, I have to prepare myself a lot to like when we have a meeting.
So do you think it is difficult when it comes to cooperate with your team, or even like during this time, just because let's say like imagine that if you got a good presentation, so you have to cooperate with your friends and you have to make an appointment to let's say like to talk or discuss about that, right? Any kinds of difficulties that you feel like not only just like arrange the time properly just because everyone have their own duty, right? But we have to commit that we have to do together just because it's all about like requirement that they have to do. So any kind of more than time allotment or even like time schedule that you think that is more challenging that for you. Yeah.
For me, yeah, like the first like Fluke like cookie, we have like two new friends here that we never worked with, that we never worked to each other before. So we like have to like break the ice to each other. And I think we did good with that. So like we would try each other try to like yeah to work together, and we talk, and we
share and talk, right?
Share,
Discuss
yes.
together. That's it. Thank you so much. กดดันแน่เลย No, I just imagine that when I'm trying to ask, just because when it comes to do the real interview, it doesn't mean that you have a question. I mean, you don't have any chance to see the question just because you have to active listening. Is that right? So everyone can feel free to listen what I'm saying here, just because it's all about like we can practice together. Thank you so much. Okay, nice. Faye, done เข้ามาเลยครับ done. That's it. Next one มาเลยครับ timing เลย Who want to go next? All right. I'm going to choose maybe 074 Nadia. Are you there?
Okay, I'm here.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit more about you?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Rutawilin Sangkomler, or you can call me Nadia 074. I'm studying in LCIC Nakalin Wilod.
I see. All right. Which question do you choose here?
I think first question for me is number 2.
1 and 2, right? Okay. Can you describe
Okay,
some
1 and 2.
difficulties? Any difficulty that you have to work with, as a team, things like that?
For me, working in this project, the problem for me is we have time limit and a little bit confused about this project because we are the first group. So we try to share idea and working
in
in
like
the
a
meet.
limited time, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Just because we are the
limit
first
time.
group, I understand it. But
And-
don't worry, just because let's say like for the first group, meaning that we don't have much more expectation. But for the last group, just because we have been reviewing lots of group to do a presentation already, so maybe I'm going to explore for more. How can you understand or not? But for the first group, I think it's quite okay, and you've done very impressive job today. Yep. Okay. So that's it, right? Okay. Let's say, so can you describe a type of project that you have to not only presentation here, maybe you can raise some example, like a project that you work together with your friends. Yeah.
I think I will shoot this presentation.
Okay, good.
To explain.
That's okay. Okay, right.
Okay, for this project, I think it's like we pretend to be that we are tutor that I think we pretend to be a tutor to teach our friend in this class to do the TOEIC test and try to describe the answer why we need to answer this choice, something like that. And about how I feel about I think this project is help everyone to improve our skill in doing TOEIC test. And I think it's good and I love this.
Oh, right.
Because I have a chance to communicate with my friend that I'm not with friend that he is not my close friend.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think effective communication is important when doing a teamwork, things like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is
Why?
really important because we need to communicate with friends. So if we don't have effective communication, we can do this project.
Meaning that everyone have to listen and try to
Yeah.
speak or share
Try to
something
focus
to each
and
other. Yeah.
give attention.
All right, good. Thank you so much ครับหนูดันเข้ามาเลยครับ All right, good. So I'm going to
Can I
choose.
go
Yeah,
next?
yeah. So can you tell us a little bit more about you? Yep.
So my name is Sirapasaksan, or you can call me Neutron.
Good.
I'm studying at Singapore University in Faculty of Humanity on the major language for career.
All right, good. So which question do you choose here?
Number 2 and 3.
2 and 3, right? Okay, so describe project that you work with your classmate here. Yep.
Okay, maybe we got same answer with the people who answered it. It's the last project that we presented.
Okay.
So for me,
are you excited when it comes to doing this kind of project for this class?
Not really too
Not
excited, but
really. Okay, good.
kind of worrying because we're on the first group and we don't know exactly what the work do. Like we don't sure that the thing that we do or presented is good or not, or correct or wrong like that. So we're not sure because we are the first group like that. Yes.
So how do you feel? I mean, how do you feel with this kind of like the project or presentation for today's class?
At first, I actually nervous about it because we're on the first group, but for all my classmates or my teammate, we have really good time with it because we like separate the task. Like we talk with each other a lot, like which one that you want to do or that we didn't force everyone to do, but we just like ask for if you like to do this job or that job like that.
I see. So it's just kind of like sharing or discussing before,
yes.
Doing a great job together. That's it. Okay, so next question for you is that what do you think about best employee should have, right?
For me, I think the best employee should have the best qualities. As in the workspace, like we should have the teamwork skill or like communication skill or problem solving skill. I think the quality, if you have a best quality, is the best because when you work in the workspace, you have to work with other people. If you have a good teamwork or you can communicate with other without the conflicts like that, you will work like peacefully in the workplace.
I see. That's it. Good. You mean like so we need to maybe let's say like best employee have to have lots of more personality or even it's kind of skills or competencies, right? But when it comes to do the work, we have to put the right one to the right job. So meaning that we have to separate people from a different personality too. That's it. Okay, good. Done. All right. Thank you so much for your sharing here. So now we have 3 students, right, waiting for ต้นไผ่ Prince แล้วก็ Not. Is that right? Okay. So who wanna go first? So I'm going to choose. Not. Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about you?
Okay. Hello, I'm Sahalat Bunyanan 090, studying. I am 22 years old, studying in LCI Senior Clean Village University.
All right. So which questions do you choose here?
I choose number 1 and 2.
1 and 2, right? Okay. Any difficulties or problem when it comes to work with others?
I think the problem come from myself. Like I overthink a lot and nervous. But I say when I overthink, like I want to do the work early, like to get it well prepared. Yes, and I think that makes the work come out well.
So when you were anxious or like nervous at that first time, right? So how you could handle this kind of emotions? I mean, how can you handle it actually?
How I handle it?
Yeah.
Like I said, when I'm nervous about the work, I want to do like the work early in order to prepare. And when that work is prepared, like it makes me feel like not nervous anymore because the work is
All
well
right.
prepared and it's ready.
Yeah, good. Meaning that you have to prioritize the tasks first, or even like well prepared bit, right? Is that right? In order to make sure that it meets the deadline or handle it in time. Am I correct? That's it. All right. So the second question is that can you share your feeling when it comes to do project or even presentation here? Yeah.
Okay. When we need to do like this presentation, at first, I'm excited and nervous at the same time because we are the first group to do this presentation. At first, we don't know exactly how to do the presentation, and like we talk to each other, and like my friend Cookie text you like is this the right way to do? Yes, and she came to us for the rest of the group like, okay, let's do this. This one you want to do? Yes, and like we cover it with each other.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for sharing here. Dan, come on, okay. So I can say like for the other group presentation, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. It's fine, right? I'm okay with that, and I'm willing to advise or even suggest. But I'm going to say that this is kind of like free presentation, meaning that just because I just put the topic already, and then you can create, just because I can see how can you create with like creativity, things like that. So it depends. It's quite free, but if you want to make sure that this is the right works or not, feel free to contact me. That's fine. Okay, good. Doneมาเลยนะครับ Next one, the rest of you would be I'm going to choose ต้นไผ่ Are you there?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about you? Yep.
Yes. So my name is Pichira Vara Yotha, or you can call me Ton Pai. I'm 21 years old. I'm studying at Srinakalin Road University in the field of humanity, engaged for career.
Yes. All right. So which question do you choose here?
I choose number 1 and number 2.
All right. So any difficulty or challenges that you have to work with your team here or other people? Yeah.
Yes, I think my first challenges that I might expect in the working performance is my multitasking skill, because when I do some tasks that quite hard or have a lot of detail, I have to take time for achieve each work to bring my full potential.
So you do you believe that hard working is a key to handle any difficulties here?
Yes, I think hard working is a main key of to success of the work. Yeah.
All right. So the second question for you is that how do you feel when you do presentation or any project in other subject too? Yeah.
Okay. So our project is kind of group work. So I feel great to hear my friend expressing the idea or some of the perspective, because I always support my friend ideas. But at first, I also feel nervous because it's the first time we working with each other. But by the time has passed, so I feel much better. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so happy, right? Happy with your classmate, happy with your team, right?
Yes, pretty happy.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing here, Daniel. So the last one for today for a presentation would be Prince. Am I correct? Prince?
Yes.
Prince or Prince?
Prince.
Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, can you tell me a bit more about you? Yep.
Yes. So my name is Sansila Jantavalin, or you can call me Prince. Now I'm 21, and I'm currently studying at Srinakalin Road Prasanmit, Faculty of Humanities. Yes.
All right. Which questions do you choose here?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Okay. So my first question is that can you share any difficulties when it comes to work with others? Yeah.
For me, fitting in is my difficult problem for me at the first time because I'm a bit nervous at the first time meeting new colleagues or new people because I'm not really a talkative person. But once I get to know everyone, I get to learn them thinking, something like that. I think I would be fitting in. Yeah.
So you mean like maybe personality or even like the same ideas and thinkings and personality would be a key
Yes,
to fit in that group too. Is that right? So it's all about like culture of organization. Is that right? Okay. So next question for you is that what do you think about the best employee here? Yeah.
So the best employee, in my opinion, is to be professionalism. So they would be polite, well spoken, be calm and presentable. Is all part about professional at work, and they need to be honest by telling the truth about a tricky subject, something like that, and they could handle difficulty of colleagues, and ineffective procedure will make for good employees.
I see. Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Done. Done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Done for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 student done. So meaning that you got the a score of English presentation and just like that for this interview already. So feel free to ask or if you have any questions about this kind of activities, just because I want you to prepare for your interview in English, as well as you have to work with others as a team. So a presentation is I would say that it is considered as a task that you have to complete with this semester. But I would say that you can collaborate with others, just because it's kind of like we can talk and share. And if you have any questions, just feel free to discuss together. That's it. Perfect, man. Okay, so if you think you are perfect, type perfect. ใครที่รู้สึกว่า perfect พิมพ์ perfect เข้ามาเลยครับ All right, so I think ไม่มี perfect perfect เข้ามาเลยครับ perfect ให้ครบเลยนะครับนะ Okay, so the first group presentation did very well, I would say, and I think that some of you may understand something from the group sharing here, just because I do believe that learning is kind of sharing, and learning can do when it comes to any mistake happen, and you can learn from it too. That's it. Okay, so shall we break a bit? I think it's time for you to break. Okay. เดี๋ยวเราไปเบรกดีกว่านะครับเดี๋ยวให้โหวตก่อนโหวต10 นาทีหรือ15 นาที so to those of you who want 10 minutes, type 1, and to those of you who just want to vote for 15 minutes, type 2 พิมพ์เข้ามาครับ 1 and 2มีแวรี่อยู่นะ okay 1 and 2 So most of you too. So I'm going to let you break a bit, maybe 10 minutes. So see you all at let's say 10 and 20. That's it. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, everybody, are you ready for the second part for today? I'm going to say that for activity 3, have you listened here, listening comprehension, I'm going to let you do the homework. Let's say like just because we are running out of time, right? So let's say like try to listen for part 3. Part 3, which means it's all about like conversation. Let's say 15 minutes, that's it. But if you want to practice more, meaning that you have to repeat again and again, maybe next session or when we have time, we can, give some tip and strategy here together. That's it. So my recommendation is that what you need to do is that in order to improve your listening skill, you have to do a second time. The first one is that, so the first one would be like you need to listen by your own first, meaning that just practice like A, B, C, right? Practice, and if you answer wrong choices, it's fine, it's okay. And the second time is that you have to see the type script, or even if you use like a subtitle here, it would be great, just because you can make sure that what you listen is what you understood. That's it. Clear. All right, so moving to part 5 here, it's all about like vocabulary test, vocabulary passports, okay, incomplete sentence here. Right, shall we start for the first question here? In order to blank plus infinitive, is that right? The order quickly and efficiently. And then everything on the form must be filled out. A, inscribe. Inscribe, what does it mean? Inscribe meaning that you did something permanently. For example, like if you wish to get luck for some places and you went to the historical places and you inscribe your name into something, right? That's it. Advance here, meaning progress, right? Keep going, advance here. Process meaning that in order to process the order quickly, is that okay? Or even did not continue? Anyone can answer? Type the answer in the chat box, please. Okay, and then I'm going to explain for more. In order to inscribe, I don't think so, right? Cross it out, right? In order to advance the order. It sound make sense here? No, right? In order to proceed or process. But if you say proceed, it's possible just because proceed meaning that you process something. Okay, but here the function is all about now here, and we have to choose in order to continue. Is that right? Deduct here, good. Can I ask Chayapon? Chayapon,
Yeah.
are you there? Right, why do you think the answer D is correct here?
It's telling that if you want things to work quickly and efficiently, you have to do something like this. So it must be continued something, the order.
I see. So which means that in order to continue something else, what you need to complete is that something like this, things like that, right? Okay. Everyone type deduct to me, please. พิมพ์ดีเข้ามาเลยครับ พิมพ์ให้ครบเลย เก่งมาก All right, moving to next question here. We have just been informed that many of the plant workers have been blah, 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 due to insubordination. So the meaning here insubordination, which means that disagreement or fail, right? Fail down, something like that. We have, okay, we've been informed that many of the plant workers have been blah, blah, blah. A, freed, freed have been freed. Is that okay? Have been fired, fixed, or even floored. So the hint here would be insubordination, which means disagreement. What would be the best answer here? Once you identify this one, freed, meaning that you grow something. Is that right? Fire. You're fire. That's it. Okay. And then fix here, it can be corrected, right? It can be self, things like that, or even floor. I don't think so. So the answer will go for. Can I ask one crew again, Muhammad?
Yes,
Okay. Why you choose B-boy here? Yeah.
because I think for a freed, right, it's mean released. So I think it's not matched with the answer. And C, fixed means to repair something. So I think there is nothing to do with the fixing. And for the floored, it means fall down. So there is no one to fall down for insubordination. So I chose fired B.
B-boy, right? So great. Thank you so much. Excellent. Okay. So everyone type B for me, please. พิมพ์ B มาเลยครับ fire นะฮะ you are on fire that's it นะครับรีบเรียนนะครับเดี๋ยวเราจะไปเล่น TikTok ละ all right moving to next question here the MD620 is easily the most cost effective and user friendly product, right? At the particular price, blah blah blah. A, territory. B-boy, variety. C-cat, range, and then D-dog, type. MD620 would be like a brand, right? Or even the name of the product. It's easily most blah blah blah, cost effective and user friendly. So here the meaning is positive, is that right? Positive one, economize, or even you know, save, things like that. Territory, variety, range, or even type. So let's say like if we choose A, territory would be like a border, like you know, a landscape border, things like that. Variety here would be a number of or different, a variety of people, a variety of color. That's it. And then range would be acceptable here. Do you agree with me? Or even type, price type. Type would be categories or even like dimensions, things like that. So the answer will go for C, cat. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Everyone type C for me, please. C, cat นะฮะ C ครบเลยนะฮะ CR. Moving to next question here. The revised safety should be ready to be printed by early next week at the latest one, right? At the latest, meaning that as quickly as much as possible. That's it. So the revised safety something. So we need now here, just because revised here would be an adjective and then maybe now plus now. Safe would be adjective, but safety would be now, right? Okay, so instruction, is that okay? Revised, edited, safety instruction, revised safety guide book, or revised safety advice. I don't think this one would be okay just because safety would be something like it's not that you know, abstract, right? It would be like something that concrete thing instead of abstract, all right? Okay, so advice on manual here. Revised safety manual would be possible too. Which one would be answer here? Should be ready to be printed, okay? So let's say like B-boy got book or even manual. Wow. Why you choose B? Can I ask C061? Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Why you choose B? Just because it's a little bit tricky here.
I actually like wonder about A and B, but they mentioned about printed, so I was like, okay, guidebook, the correct answer.
All right. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you so much for sharing here. Anyone can, because someone said A, Can I ask Queen 0771 Vanisha?
Yes.
Why do you choose A here?
I choose the instruction because the question already mentions about printed, and what to describe the safety is instruction maybe is the suitable one.
Instruction and guidebook or even advice manual. Anyone want it? Okay, thank you so much for your answer here. Good. Okay, so shall we start to explain for the right answer here? Let's say like if we talk about instruction, it is possible to be a notice or notification in some places, for example, like memorandum, instruction, guideline, things like that, okay? So here it's all about like printed. So we need something that we need to be printed because we want to make sure that it can be distributed to all the employees to understand it. I would say that the possible choice would be guidebook or manual, right? But here, when it comes to talk about manual here, meaning that we have to, we have to identify that manual would be like the process or the things that you have to, understand that what we need to follow. Is that right? Or even guidebook is all about like the series of books, right? Lots of things combined in some place. But here, the possible context would be safety guideline, right? Safety guideline. So the possible answer, the right answer would be deduct here, manual. Just because when it comes to, let's say, imagine that if you work in the, outside or even construction site, so you need to understand the manual or safety manual here. Okay, right. So the answer would go for deduct here. ทุกคนพิมพ์ดีเข้ามาครับตัวนี้ยากหน่อยนึงนะ all right. That's it. Clear, na? Clear. Moveไปเลยแล้วกัน. Moving to next question, we need to make copies of this year annual report for this afternoon's blah 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 board meeting. We need to make copies. We need handouts, right? Yeah, annual report. To the afternoon blah 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 board meeting. So here we can identify here board meeting would be now, right? So what we need here is all about like, let's say now, of now, or even adjective, right? Director board meeting. When it comes to do the vocabulary test, I would suggest that you have to pick the answer into the blank and try to understand it. So sometimes we need to be familiarized with, what choices here. But anyway, if it tests ability to differentiate between what choices here, it would be the most difficult one, I would say. All right, director, is that okay? A director board meeting, executive board meeting, leadership board meeting, or even manager board meeting. So here we need an adjective here just because we got apostrophe s already, so we need now. So let's say like in order to make sure that the now is particularly specify the right meaning, so we need an adjective. So we can cross director and manager here. So differentiate between the two. The first one is executive or leadership here. So let's say like when it comes to talk about leadership, right? Leadership skills, leadership management, leadership something. It's not that leadership board meeting. It's just kind of weird, right? So the answer will go for B-boy. Everyone type B-boy to me, please. Good. That's it. Nice. All right. พิมพ์ B ครบไหมครับ ใครอยากได้ A พิมพ์ B เข้ามาเลย So moving to next question here, industry insiders. Industry insiders know that commercial builders are not very blah, blah, blah about the housing market because it changes so much these days. So the word here, insiders, meaning that investigator or examiners, right? Or interpreters, things like that. No, the commercial builders are not very blah, blah, blah. Expectant, confident, reliant, absent. So the part of speech here, we need, let's say, an adjective. Is that right? Very, very would be adverb plus adjective. Not very, expectant, confident, reliant, or even absent. Someone said confident. Is that right? Can I ask not, none? Is that right? 049. Are you answering for the question number 6 here? ตอบหรือยังเอ่ย Not yet, right? Okay, let's say like are not very confident or are not very reliant. So we can cross A first, A, no, and deduct no, right? Cross A and D. So we left just only the 2 answers here. Possible answer would be confident or reliant. Are not very reliant about the housing market because it changed so much this day. Is that okay? Or are not confident. ยากเลยนะฮะให้เวลานิดนึง CCAT, Cookik, all right, 080, are you there, right? Can you explain a bit why you chose CCAT here?
I think I don't know, just use the sense.
Sense, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think B-boy would be the answer too?
No, I don't think it's
Confident.
like the confident is not served with the cause, the reason.
All right, that's it. Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Okay, so for this question is a little bit tricky just because you need to understand the word after an adjective here. So we need to consider for about the housing market, right? Because it changes so much this day. Okay, so when it comes to talk about, like, let's say like we got just only B and C, right? Confident, are not very confident about, okay, and then are not very reliant about. So here, reliant meaning that trustworthy, is that right? Trustworthy on it. Okay, so when you say something, I'm really confident in myself, in something, it's not that about here. So the answer will go for CCAT here. Congratulations, good gig. Thank you นะครับใช้เซนก็ได้นะ you. All right, everyone type C here. CCAT ให้หมดครับ Okay, deduct ไม่ใช่นะฮะ All right. Moving to next question here. The new government blah 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 being passed today will encourage future growth in the country's export market. A, legalization, legal, right? Legal legitimacy, or it approved for the law or system here. Repeal, what does it mean, repeal? Repeal, right? Repeal, or even authority and legislation, okay? Being passed today will encourage future growth in the country export market. So here would be the clue or even the hint here. Encourage future growth. So meaning that something that is strict or even the, universal practice here. So I would say that you have to wait between A or deduct, okay? Government authority. Because being passed would be like object. So we need something, it's not an agent. So when it comes to talk about authority here, CCAT, right? So I think it's all about agent or people. So we can cross it, okay? Repeal, I don't think that it's fit for this blank. So what you need to differentiate is that legalization or legislation. D-Dog, someone said D-Dog Queen. Are you there? 077.
Yes.
Why do you choose D-Dog here?
At first, I would doubt about choosing A or D, but as finally I choose legislation because they talk about the government.
Yep.
and the thing that they do with being passed to encourage future growth. And legislation might describe what the government does, like what duty or what something like that.
All right, thank you so much for sharing here. Good, excellent. Okay, so the answer we go for D dot here. Everyone type D for me, please. D property. Okay, let's say like if you choose A here, legalization is all about a process, or meaning that it's going to be a science or even like a subject, right? A subject or science or things like a process, abstract thing instead of concrete thing here. So I think here it's all about like something happened, right? Meaning that it happened for reality. So we need to choose realization just because it's for the meaning of law or legislation here. That's it. Moving to next one. All right. So next question would be management is well aware. All right, that the blah 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 of our employees are seldom late for work. All right. A, majority. B, boy, primary, and then C, cat, principal, and the last one would be maximum. Okay. Management here, well aware, I mean, realize, can notice something like that, okay? And then that blah, blah, blah of our employees. So we talk about people, right? Majority of our employees. Does that make sense? Primary, fundamental core, fundamental subject would be like that, is that right? Principle here would be noun. Principle of English foundation here. All right. Maximum, meaning that you have to compare between the two, maximum and minimum here. So the answer will go for A. Is that right? Those of you who wish to get an A, type A.ใครอยากได้ A พิมพ์ A มาเลยครับ Majority of our employees are certain late for work. Which means that lots of people come for work very late. That's it. Moving to next question here. They realized that they would never succeed in blah, blah, blah new contracts without a new business plan. A, securing. B, boy, inducing. C, cat, counting. And then D dot here, baiting. What does it mean baiting here? It's okay. So what you need to understand is that you have to understand the context first. Baiting meaning that annoy someone, right? With something. They realized that they would never succeed in blah, 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 new contracts without a new business plan. So we need a word safe or prepare, well prepare, something like that, right? Secure, meaning security, safety. Inducing, stimulate something in action with different things, all right? And then counting, meaning that examining or calculating here. Baiting means like you make someone disappointed. So the answer will go for A, right?พิมพ์ A เลยครับ A, all right? A, don't worry, be happy. A เข้ามาครับ Okay, the last question for today would be, as the first time procedure, the innovative surgery was an blah, blah, blah success. Unaccepted. So we need an adjective here, right? Unaccepted would be adjective. Unexpired, unrelated, or even unequaled. Success. So what you need to identify is that you have to understand success, and we have to see collocation or an adjective that plus together with success here. So someone said see cat first. Can you ask someone else share upon 038? Are you there?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Why you choose unrelated here? Success.
It's like a first time procedure. It doesn't, it's supposed to be like it's something that's not related. It's not like expected to happen or something like that.
I
It
see.
might not related to what the success that has been going on. So it's
I see. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Good. Next one, I'm going to ask 063 Punyapat. Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Why did you choose D dot here, unequal?
So unequal means like there is nothing that is equal to this. So like as a first time procedure, when you put like as a first time, it is an unequal success. It means that it's like it was like
cannot
number
be
one.
compared. All right.
Yes. Yes, it was like miracle, like it was the top success.
I see. Good. Thank you so much for sharing here. Nice. Okay. Well, any explanation? Further explanation? That's it, right? Okay. Good. Next one, I'm going to choose cowpod 078. Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Why do you choose A, unaccepted?
I don't know. I just feel like it.
I see. Unaccepted. Just all right. That's it. Okay, good. Thank you so much for everyone sharing. Okay, try to share just because you have to identify. You have to make sure that you got the right point from the right questions and the right answer here. I'm going to say that never blame anyone who, let's say like wrong answer just because we have to learn together. It's fine, right? So for the question number 10, I think it's a little bit tricky just because we have to identify which one would be the right adjective or the right verb for success here. So let's say like the context here talked about procedure, so meaning an operation on a hospital, right? Or even experimental, something like breathtaking activity. As the first time procedure, right? The innovative surgery was. So what we need to identify is that innovative here, meaning that it means thriving, success, right? Beyond expectation, or even like technological advance, things like that. So the success here would be like something that cannot be compared, or it is uncomparable here. So we have to identify which one would be the right answer. Unaccepted, meaning it's negative. So I don't think it would be like the answer here. Unexpired, so we cross it out first. Unrelated, meaning is kind of negative too. But unequal here, meaning that big or successful, right? Or powerful or outstanding here. So the answer will go for D dot. Everyone type D dot for me, please. พิมพ์ D เข้ามาเลยครับ D นะยากนิดหนึ่งนะครับ right? A little bit tricky, but you have to understand it, and then you can do it for your passport test here นะฮะข้อสอบ passport อยู่ในนี้หมดเลยนะครับเหลือแค่ review อย่างเดียวนะเคลียร์ไหมครับถ้าเคลียร์ให้พิมพ์คำว่า excellent นะครับ excellent เข้ามาเลยexcellent นิดหนึ่ง เราจะได้ adjective วันละ2คำนะครับ excellent พิมพ์ไม่ครบครับผมใครอยากได้ A นะครับเราจะล็อก excellent ไว้ก่อนนะAll right, things like that. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Okay, so shall we move to the next part for today? It's all about part 6, text completion here. Let's say like for the text completion, it's a little bit tricky just because you have to understand the text, right? The text or the passage. And then you have to understand the, appropriate vocabulary and grammar structure, meaning that you have to have a combination between the two. The first one is that reading comprehension, and the other one would be, grammar knowledge or even vocabulary knowledge, right? So first of all, I just let you do me an idea here first. So again, in order to make sure that you can get the right main idea, The first easy tip is that try to look at the first sentence or first paragraph and try to understand it. That's it. All right, I'm going to give you maybe 1 minute to find the main idea. นะเดี๋ยวให้เวลา1 นาทีลองหา main idea นะครับ All right, report here, right? So for text completion, you have to be familiar with this kind of report, email, advertisement, memorandum, things like that, right? Just because it's all about like a reading comprehension, but they're gonna test your ability to identify the right word in the right blank. I would say that the most difficulty in this part is that we have to find collocation or the word that is related or suit for that blank. Okay, so let's find the main idea together. So in England, the first course to restrict advertising, right, came to 2019 from the Royal College of Physicians, who highlight the health problem associated with smoking and recommended blah blah blah. Trigger laws imposed blah blah blah, right? So once we identify, it's all about a report or journal, right? Journal on health problems, smoking health problem. Is that right? Okay, so everyone type smoking health problems.เป็น main idea, right? So we got the main idea already, right? Smoking health problem. พิมพ์เข้ามาเลยครับ ยาวนิดนึงนะเนี่ย That's okay, that's okay. Try to type it once, just because once you did not get the main idea here, I would say that it's kind of a little bit difficult just because it might mislead your understanding and you can put the wrong word in the right context, just because in each context we need a different word, right? So here we can look at for the first blank here. Trigger laws, right? Trigger laws would be like a law that is very strict. Is that right? And then impose on. So here we can guess that it's all about adverb that is related to impose on. So what you need to identify is that impose, meaning that, what is that actually? Imposed on the sale advertisement. Try to announce or emphasize, stress, point out, that's it. So let's see, be imposed, was imposed, were imposed, and then had been imposed. Again, we can identify that in 1970, is that right? And then imposed here would be like ed. So meaning that it must be recommended in the past form instead. And here we can see like trigger law would be plural form, right? Plural form. So it doesn't necessarily was or is, something like that. Is that right? So meaning that we have to choose were here. So the answer will go for C, cat. Everyone understand, right? Just because like what you need to identify is that subject and verb agreement here. Everyone type C for me, please. C, cat. That's it. Okay, good. C, cat, C, cat. Next one. I'm sorry. So we can look at the second blank together. All right. When it comes to the test, right? So I would say that I have to recommend that you just see the previous sentence or previous word, or even a later word, later sentence together. Just because it is important to see, appropriate word that match to each other. So here, August 1st, 2018, blah, blah, blah. Commercial for loose tobacco and cigars continue until blah, blah, blah. So here we need all television, let's say, all television commercials for cigarette were banned, blah, blah, blah. So what we need here, we can see comma, right? And when you see comma, so it's all about like it's the description or even relative clause that is related to something beforehand. It's okay. So it talks about television commercials here. What would be the answer? So effect, right? But contradiction, also the same way when it caused. So here, if we use transition, right? So we need to understand the correct meaning in each word first. For example, like here, if you use so, meaning that the first one would be cause, and after so, the sentence it indicates, effect or consequences. Is that right? So here it's all about like we need comma. So I would say that it's all about advanced structure. For example, like if conditional sentence or if clause here. So the answer will go for deduct when. All right. Everyone type D for me, please. Deduct. All right. Okay, good. Okay, good. So moving to the last question here, the last blank is that, so the last blank here, I would say that you have to, try to skim and scan a bit just because it tests your ability to understand the structure or even the meaning of the structure, right? Non-television advertising campaigns were still allowed in the UK, but stricter guideline. I'm sorry. แป๊บนึงนะมีคนโทรเข้า All right, all right, all right. Sorry, someone called me. Okay, maybe the last blank here, right? Non-television advertising campaign, blah, 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 right? We're still allowed in the UK, but stricter guideline came in, blah, 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 right? Which in particular prevented advertisement something, okay? Let's see the possible answer here. To show, prevent, so you can see like what we need to identify the after word from prevent from, prevent at, object, right? Prevent advertisement from something. So, right, prevent to, no, cross it out, right? By, no, in, no, and then the right answer would be deduct here. Everyone type deduct for me, please. Prevented advertisements from showing. That's it. Clear นะ All right ถ้า clear แล้วพิมพ์ clear ดีกว่าครับเดี๋ยวไปทำ vocab ดีกว่า Okay, I think let's say like for text completion here, I can say that you can practice by your own just because it tests your ability to comprehend a bit. And then if you have any question or if you want to make sure that if you've done it and you need more explanation or clarification, feel free to ask me into the line group, right? I'm going to assign you as maybe the option homework, meaning that if you have time, you can do it. But if you don't have time, that's fine. All right. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So it's all about like, let's say like, yeah, grammar part and vocabulary, right? Try to practice as much as possible here. Okay, shall we start for vocabulary here? 1, 2, 3, go. So the vocabulary here would be like distinctively, grotesquely. I'm not really sure is that correct one or not. maybe not. Okay, misinformation, ostentatious, significant, subrogate, necessitate. Necessitate, right? I'm not really sure. Acclamation, sensational, and tremendously. All right. Okay. So just responsible for, your number here. 1, 2, 3, go. ไปเลยพิมพ์เข้ามาได้เลยนะครับ synonym คนละ2 คำครับผมโอเคดีมาก So for this week, I'm going to ask the volunteers from the group presentation to keep or let's say like just keep the vocabulary for today class. Okay, so next week or the next following week would be like the group presentation. A member of group presentation should be responsible for, record or even like keep vocabulary here. Everyone understand, right? That's it. หมายถึงว่าหลังจากนี้นะครับเรื่อง vocab เนี่ยให้เก็บเป็นกลุ่ม presentation ที่จะต้องเก็บแต่ละ week ไปนะครับพิมพ์เข้ามาเลยนะครับเดี๋ยวไปกินข้าวดีกว่า Mhm. 37 students type, 40 student type here already. So 80%, right? Once you're done, I'm going to type done for 3.1 here. เดี๋ยวเราเพื่อนก่อนนิดนึงนะครับ Okay, good. I think it's enough for the first page of vocabulary here. I'm going to type done for 3.1s, okay? That's it. Shall we move to the next one? Would be 3.2 here. Conformity. Conformity, consideration, dependable, futuristic, outgoing, shamelessness, controversy, unrealistically, unrealistic, actually, humorous, unpredictable here, okay? If you're ready, type, okay, synonyms, right? Responsible for your number here. 1, 2, 3, go. ไปเลย Okay, let me check first for 3.2 here. Okay, I think it's done for all of you, right? Maybe for the student here for part 2. Done for 3.2. 3.2, that's it. Okay, shall we move to the last page for vocabulary here? Arrangement, peculiar, attentive, regulation, talkative, surprisingly, unapproval, sociable, right? Remarkable, and then acknowledge here. That's it. Okay, if you're ready, type synonym and responsible for your number here. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, good. Let me check first. Wow, surprised. Thank you so much for active participation here. All right, done for what? 3.3, right? 3.3, sorry. It's not 2.3. That's it. Okay, shall we move to the last activity for today's class before we go, right? So today I'm going to let you create a meaningful sentence based on the, idiom or the word that are common in English, right? Okay, so keep a diary, keep a promise, keep a secret, keep an appointment, keep calm, keep control, keep in touch, keep someone place, keep my place, meaning that feel free to be comfortable with that, all right? And then keep the change or even keep consistency, all right? If you're ready, you can type it. And I would say that it's time for you and you can feel free to leave out from the Zoom. That's it. If you have any inquiry or even comment or questions or whatever that is related to ECP 304, feel free to talk in this session, okay?สำหรับใครที่พิมพ์เข้ามาแล้วอนุญาตให้ออกจาก Zoom นะครับนะ see you next week เลยนะครับเดี๋ยวฝากให้ทีม present วันนี้นะครับทั้ง8คนเนี่ยเก็บคำศัพท์ให้หน่อยนะครับเพราะแต่ละวีคหลังจากนี้เนี่ยทุกคนจะต้องรับผิดชอบด้วยการเก็บคำศัพท์นะครับก็คือเปิดมา present สัมภาษณ์แล้วก็ปิดด้วยการเก็บคำศัพท์นะเป็น responsibility ของเรา
โอเคค่ะ
โอเคครับ thank you นะ to those of you who just type it, right? You can feel free to leave out from the Zoom, right? That's okay. See you next week ได้เลย
See you next week ค่ะอาจารย์
See you next week ครับผมบ๊ายบายครับ
อาจารย์ค่ะ
ว่าไง
สำหรับคนที่ exempt วิชานี้อะค่ะก็คือไม่ต้องทำโปรเจกต์ที่ต้องพรีเซนต์
ใช่ถ้าส่งรายชื่อมาให้อาจารย์เดี๋ยวลาใช่ไหมครับส่งรีพอร์ตโทรอีกมาแล้วถูกไหมหมายถึงว่าใครก็ตามที่ส่งมาแล้วเนี่ยอาจารย์ก็จะมาแต่จริงๆแล้วจะ attend class ไม่เป็นไรนะเพียงแต่ว่าเกรดมันจะถูกล็อกไปเป็น A หมดแล้วงงไหมหมายถึงว่า
ถ้าสมมติว่ากลุ่มหนูแบบว่า exempt ไปหมดเลยแล้วเหลือหนูคนเดียวคือหนู
ทั้งกลุ่ม exempt หมดเลยเหรอสมมุติเนี่ยหนูต้องดึงเพื่อนที่ present มาแล้วมาช่วยต้องเห็นด้วยนะไม่งั้นหนูจะพูดคนเดียวไม่ได้มันจะเวอร์ไปมัน too much สำหรับเราแล้วต้องหาเพื่อนที่เรารู้จักมาช่วยกันแท็กทีมเพราะว่าคน exempt เนี่ยเขาก็จะ feel free อยู่แล้วเขาแทบจะไม่ต้องเข้ามาเรียนแล้วถูกไหมฮะครับผม
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับ that's it ว่าไงครับ
ก็คือถ้าสมมติ exempt ทั้งกลุ่มเลยก็ possible เหมือนกันใช่ไหมคะ
ถ้า exempt ทั้งกลุ่มเลยเหรอก็จะไม่มี present ในกลุ่มนั้นก็จะเป็นหน้าที่ของอาจารย์ที่จะต้องเปลี่ยน activity ใหม่สมมุติว่าทั้ง8คน exempt ทั้งเซตถูกไหมครับหายไปหมดเลยหมายความว่าตอนนั้นไอก็จะเอา listening มาเสียบแทนงงไหมก็คือไม่มี present week นั้นเพราะว่าไม่มีคน present แต่ถ้าเกิดว่าสมมุติว่า let's say ว่ายังมีคน2คนอยู่ต้องฟอร์มทีมขึ้นมาใหม่จากคนที่เคย present ไปแล้วก็ได้มาช่วยเรานะครับครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับผม feel free to talk นะครับ in English ก็ได้นะครับ in Thai ก็ดี All right, so now we're having 10 students here, 10 students, right?
อย่าเพิ่งปิดนะ
ยังไม่ปิดยังไม่ปิด
อาจารย์คะ
ว่าไงครับ
for the vocabulary we have to do the picture like Grace do last week ไหมคะ
no ไม่ต้องอันนี้คือเก็บคำศัพท์ทั้งหมดของเพื่อนที่พิมพ์เข้ามาใน Zoom ครับ เพราะมันจะเยอะมากแล้วก็เสียดายคำศัพท์เพราะบางคนก็หาคำศัพท์ดีๆมาลงใช่แต่ว่าคือถ้าจะทำเหมือนที่ Grace ทำเนี่ยอันนั้นเป็นฟิลฟรีของเราถ้าเราขยันเราก็ไปทำเองได้ถ้าเราไม่เชื่อเพื่อนสมมุตินะ เราก็ไปหาคำศัพท์เองเลยละสมมติthat's it แต่ว่าไม่ได้บังคับครับทำแล้วแต่ว่าคำศัพท์ที่สอนไปหมายถึงว่าในช่วงทำกิจกรรมไม่ได้ออกข้อสอบ passport นะ passport จะอยู่ในข้อสอบ TOEIC ที่เราเรียนกันก็คือพาร์ท 5ครับครับโอเค
ค่ะ
Have a good day ครับอาจารย์
Have a good day that's it กำลังอ่านอันนี้อยู่นะครับ all right feel free to write and feel free to lift up from the Zoom once you're done for that all right
หนูขอถามเพิ่มค่ะอาจารย์
ค
แค่
รับ
คำ
ผ
ศัพ
ม
ท์ใช่ไหมคะ ไม่ต้องรวมอันนี้ด้วย หรือว่า
ห
อัน
มาย
นี้
ถึงว่า before we go เหรอแค่คำศัพท์
ใช่
ค
ค่ะ
รับแค่คำศัพท์เพราะว่า before we go เนี่ยอาจารย์เป็นคนอ่านอยู่แล้วนะฮะก็คือ
โอเค
let it go ไปเลย โอเคครับ before we go คือ let it go นะฮะ alright okay that's it
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับผม
ขอบคุณค่ะอาจารย์ see you next week ค่ะ
อาจารย์หนูใส่ลงไปแล้วเห็นไหมคะ มันขึ้นไหมใน Google Doc
แป๊บหนึ่งsorry สิรพัฒน์ถามอะไรนะเมื่อกี้โทษทีครับ
อยากให้อาจารย์ดูว่ามันขึ้นใน Google Doc ไหมคะที่หนูก๊อปไปของคลาส 3อะ
อ๋อ
ค่ะ
เดี๋ยวแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับ ขึ้นใน Google Doc หรือเปล่านะฮะเพราะเมื่อกี้มิวเสียงก็เลย โทษที I'm sorry ขึ้นไหมที่อาจารย์แชร์ไฟล์ให้ใช่ไหมของกลุ่ม
ใช่
เรา
ค่ะ ใช่ค่ะ
3 of 4เดี๋ยวนะขอเช็คก่อนน่าจะขึ้นแล้วนะครับโอเคขึ้นแล้วครับ that's it นะขึ้นไหมเรามั่นใจไหมว่าขึ้นมา
หนูมั่นใจว่าขึ้นถ้ามันไฟล์เดียวกันค่ะ ถ้ามันลิงก์เดียวกัน ใช่ลิงก์นี้มาที่เพื่อนเขาลงกัน
304ที่แชร์เข้าไปในกลุ่มอะนะครับลิงก์เดียวกันถูกไหม
ใช่
หรือว่าต้องแชร์ใหม่เดี๋ยวสักครู่นะครับมีคนวิวเข้าทำไมมันได้แค่วิวเฉยไม่ใช่เพราะว่าเดี๋ยวแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับเดี๋ยว copy link ก่อน anyone editor แต่เรา edit ได้เนี่ยเดี๋ยวแชร์เข้าไปในลิงก์ในไลน์อีกทีหนึ่งก็ได้ถ้าอย่างนั้นได้ไหม
ได้
เผื่อ
ค่ะ
ว่าแบบ miss นั่นเองนะครับไม่คือคำศัพท์อยากให้เก็บไปมันจะไม่มีผลอะไรบอกหรอกแต่ว่า อาจารย์แค่อยากให้เราแบบ participate นิดๆหน่อยๆนะครับ that's it นะโอเคมีคำถามอีกไหมครับ
วีคเนี้ยหนูไม่ได้ตอบเลยเพราะว่าหนูคิดว่าอาจารย์จะให้หนูทำเป็นรูปเหมือนที่เกรซทำหนูเลยไม่ทันได้ตอบหนูเลยได้แต่แคปของเพื่อนเพราะหนูกลัวมันจะหาย
ไม่คือถ้าอย่างเกรซทำมันจะได้แค่ของเกรซไงหนูเข้าใจป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยคือนิสิตมีอยู่ประมาณ50ชีวิตเพราะฉะนั้นคำศัพท์มันจะปังมากมันจะเยอะที่สุดในแต่ละวีคถูกป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นเราควรเก็บกลับไปเพราะว่าเราจะได้ทราบเพิ่มขึ้นแต่ถ้าเกิดว่า you prefer จะทำเหมือนที่เพื่อนเราทำก็โอเคอันนั้นเป็นการ recall เป็นการรีวิวด้วยตัวเราเองนะครับ
ไม่เอาค่ะไม่หนูคิดว่าตอนแรกอาจารย์ให้ทำแบบนั้นหนู
อ๋อ
ก็เลยแบบ
ไม่ใช่
ทันได้ตอบของตัวเอง
ให้ก๊อปแล้วก็ไปวางไว้ในไฟล์ละในไฟล์ที่แชร์ให้นะครับมันนี่
โอเคค่ะขอบคุณ
alright thank you ครับผม see you next week ครับปิดคลาสดีกว่า thank you so much for your class today see you next week bye bye
บายค่ะ